Every family has shadows. Some are kept in whispers. Others are buried deep, too grim to be remembered aloud. The Borden name is forever tied to blood, to axe, to the brutal murders of Andrew and Abby Borden. But years before Lizzie ever lifted a blade, another horror had already settled over the family. The forgotten tale of Eliza Darling Borden, a mother. She was also a murderer, yes. Eliza Darling Borden, the great aunt of Lizzie Borden, was the wife of Lord Borden, a well-to-do businessman and respected member of the Fall River community. They were married on March 16, 1843, and had 3 children. Maria, 4 years old, Eliza Ann, barely 2, and an infant boy, Holder. It was in the month of May of the year 1848 when something began to transform within the life of Eliza. No one knows what demonic evil possessed her, but within a single day her soul seemingly drained from her body. It was said she was quiet, melancholy, touched by some unseen darkness. But on a summer day in that house beside the Charles Trafton property, the shadow that had descended on her spirit turned to diabolical evil. She carried the children, one by one, down to the cellar, to the old well that collected water in the dark. A dark, cold stone portal. She dropped one in, then the other. Baby Holder sank beneath without a sound. Eliza Ann's cries broke, then vanished into the depths, the mother looking down upon them. Eyes with a vacancy so complete it seemed demonic. But one child did not go quietly into the dark. Maria, the eldest, refused to go easily. She clutched at the slick stones. Realizing in her young mind that she was in mortal danger from her own mother, she fought with all the strength of a desperate child. Somehow, she escaped her mother's hand. The dark well swallowed her siblings, but not her. Maria scrambled up the cellar stairs, screaming in terror. Eliza, her work unfinished, went searching for Maria, but the child had fled the house. Eliza then went upstairs, into the bedroom. There she took her husband's straight razor. With one brutal stroke, she cut her throat open and collapsed where she stood. Blood spilled in torrents across the wooden floor, staining the boards until they could drink no more. When they found her, she lay in a great red pool, her children gone silent in the depths below. The house next door would later become infamous, for it was purchased in 1872 by Andrew and Abby Borden, whose daughter, Lizzie, would earn her own bloody place in history. Yet visitors to that house speak of other spirits. They claim to hear children playing in the upstairs rooms, where none now live. Tiny footsteps, the echo of laughter. It is said these are not the voices of Andrew or Abby, but of Eliza's drowned children, forever restless, forever unseen. And what of Maria, the girl who survived? She grew to womanhood. She married, she aged, she lived 64 years. Long enough to watch the newspapers fill with the trial of her cousin once removed, Lizzie Borden, accused of carving her parents with an axe. What thoughts must have stirred in her when the name Borden once more was spoken with blood on its tongue? Did she recall the water of the cistern, the desperate scramble for air, the moment her mother's hands let her fall? The well murders of Eliza Darling Borden are seldom told, overshadowed by the axe. But the legacy of blood began long before Lizzie was born. And if you listen, even now, in the quiet of those old houses, you may hear it still. History remembers Lizzie Borden, her trial, her acquittal. But the first tragedy in that family was written not in axe strokes, but in water, and in the crimson trail of a razor. The well murders of 1848 remind us that the dead do not always rest. Some linger just beyond hearing, in the laughter of unseen children, in the footsteps on a stair that should be empty. So if you ever find yourself walking the halls of the Borden house, or standing near the old well next door where it began, listen.